this media lies. This is very anger. This angers me very much, and so this is going to be offend the cancel culture, of course. Is if you're going to go too sensitive. If you're so offended about something, just go watch something else. So this is regarding a Facebook post I have seen us defending the Dr. Seuss legacy. So if any of the Dr. Seuss books have offended you, you are the problem. Yes, you are the problem. So six books have been they'll not be published, which the titles under the titles and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, McElligot's Pool, If I Ran the Zoo, Scrambled Egg Super on Beyond Zebra, The Cat's Quizzler. So the first one apparently some people are so offended because there's a Chinese boy eating a bowl with a bowl of rice with chopsticks. So don't get me started right there. I am Korean. So, and yes, Chinese people come in Korea, and of course they're like Chinese. They come in Korean restaurants because they like the culture and they like the. So yes, you can eat rice with chopsticks. So just to name a few countries that use chopsticks is China, Japan, both North and South Korea, Thailand, Japan. I don't know if India does it. You might have to ask them. They probably do. So most Eastern Asian countries do. Eating rice, eating chicken, eating wok noodles, eating ramen noodles, and just eating like side dishes. Yes. So that is not considered offensive. Because anyone can use their chopsticks. So Dr. Seuss was just doing that to explain that yes, Asians can use chopsticks, and so if you ever go to maybe like Korea or Japan, like South Korea or Japan, and yeah, most of the time you will see like people eating bowls of rice with chopsticks. Although most of us, only the professionals do it, but most of us eat rice with a spoon, of course, understood. And then there's two African men. If I read in the Iran wearing nothing but grass skirts. Okay, so the grass skirts thing. How do you know if these are African people? So if you've watched television shows and animations made like back then, like before 2000, I've seen I've seen characters like wearing grass skirts, then doing it with coconut bras, going hula hula. I've seen this in Tom and Jerry. I have seen this in Fairly Odd Parents. I have seen it on many other TV shows. There's too many to name. And of course, Hawaiians. I don't know if Florida, if they do this too. They did this back in the day, but or maybe in Central America, maybe. And I've thought many Dr. Seuss books were like so he was not a racist, and he was like trying to like fight against sexism, racism, discrimination, and he was trying to promote equality and teach young children who are learning to read books by reading picture books first, and of course, and then they wrote, books without no pictures. So So thanks to Tucker Carlson of Fox News, he explained a book by Dr. Seuss. It's called The Sneeches and Other Short Stories, and I'm glad I looked. The Sneeches stars are pretty in your face symbol. In Sneechville, they represent difference. In Humanville, they represent discrimination. So it was like basically like explaining how like back then like humans and maybe have discriminated against others because of the way they look. Yeah, that makes sense. So the moral of that story was like be proud of who you are, and the importance of not conforming, and of course there was like the Sneeches, that's like these birds. One had star, one does not have a star. Of course, Dr. Seuss, there was this counter Adolf Hitler, the stars, like, the Jewish, how they label the Jewish with the stars, and, the people, so sort of an example of, treat others, equality. And I have looking at the reviews right now, and a lot of like positive messages have come out from people who read it as a kid, and of course they read it to their kids, and of course they kids, and the cycle continues. So it is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting that people are like so sensitive about this, and this is because of cancel culture, and of course the USA leftist. I can't believe U.S. Joe Biden is actually siding with this, and It's just a fictional story, but it has a message to it. So these people are like do not understand the actual message behind these stories. Because these books they teach not people kids not to be racist, not to be like sexist, not to be like judge people because of the way they look, or wealth or religion or wealth, which is because race, sexism, and then your race and what you believe in, like a lot of things that divide us because of which gives some people advantages and the others disadvantages. So now, these Dr. Seuss books are not offensive. The problem is these people who are thinking it's offensive. You know, I would gladly poke any of these idiots with the chopstick, or maybe stick it up their nose, or shove it up their rear end. Because, yeah, guess what? You come to Asia, you come to China, Japan, South Korea, Japan, Thailand, or any other country that uses chopsticks. Well, guess what? We ain't gonna hand you forks and knives. We give you a spoon and a knife and chopsticks. You're gonna learn how to use it. Cancel culture. Save Dr. Seuss. If you're offended by any Dr. Seuss books, you are the problem, and yeah, you need to be canceled.